y'all? This your boy Memphis Gamer. Today I got a little something different for y'all. Like, I'm finna start doing these anime reviews, movie reviews. So I hope y'all like it. You know what I'm saying? It's just something different. Something I always wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? As y'all can see, I'm probably showing my face for like on my channel probably for like the second time or whatever. But let's get straight to it. The subject I get at hand tonight is I want to talk about Baki and the Invincible Samurai. And I know a lot of y'all been watching this series. I know a lot of fans out there of Baki. And I'm a big fan myself. One of my homeboys actually put me on to it. So I don't want to say I started. Like, I know the lore of Baki. I know Yujiro Hama, his daddy, granddaddy, they was some of the strongest beings. You know what I'm saying? The world and the show is pretty much based on who was the strongest. All these strongest fighters, coming together fighting each other pretty much. So I think I started from Baki, where it started out where he was fighting a lot of fighters. Not when he was a kid. I didn't watch the Baki the Grappler or none of that. I pretty much started from the Netflix original series, the first one that was dropped on Netflix. When he got a chance, when he was actually fighting Muhammad Ali's son, and you know what I'm saying, um, Biscuit and all those guys right there. So, but anyway, I'm gonna start off like with the Invincible Samurai. Though I do have more videos that's gonna pertain to this one that I have coming later on. So y'all just stay tuned for those. But pretty much, the Invincible Samurai. It's a manga on this as well. I know a lot of people know what the manga. They did more in the manga about the Invisible Samurai Musashi. Um, so I just want to talk about the show. It's like the show is more. I know a lot of people don't like it because it's action in it, but the people don't dig, what type of action it is. Like I actually tried to get my girlfriend into it. Like she was like, they not doing nothing. Like they fighting in fast motion and you can't see what they doing. You know what I'm saying? It's just the logic of the show. That's what differentiates the show from other shows. You feel me? But the narration and how they narrate the characters in their past and who, they past traumas, they past battles. I love that type of shit right there. It's just the type of motherfucker I am. Like I like all that gore and all that. I like real anime, you know what I'm saying? Real anime that make you feel something. You know what I'm saying? But and Baki definitely one of those. But going into it is basically a samurai from uh a lot of years ago. I want to say, not even a lot of years, man, like decades, centuries. I want to say he was probably brought up about 17 to 1700s, maybe a little bit before or after that, but he was kind of this legendary samurai that could slice you down without even using. In modern time, he could slice you. He was so strong, he could slice you with an invisible sword. You feel what I'm saying? Pretty much the philosophy of it all. But he was so strong back in the day. He would just cut men down with just a few slices. Because back in those times it was more war. It wasn't peace. It was war back then. Kind of like if anybody watch Naruto, you can go back to Naruto like the times with Madara and Hashirama and all them was fighting. It wasn't peaceful. It was war times back then. You know what I'm saying? So basically Musashi was a legendary samurai that cut armies down. He cut his foes down with no mercy. And eventually he died. A lot of you can't live forever, so he died probably from natural causes. But in the Baki show, he's brought back. They actually get his DNA. They use a body. They got his DNA and they use it. They clone him from. They get a body and they clone him, right? So this 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 mysterious older lady or whatever, she pretty much kills him, and some type of magic, she put his soul in the body, and had pretty much this is him, but in our time, like in modern day age and modern day time, he comes to our time period. But in this time period, it is killing but it's not how it was back in his time. You just can't walk down the street and just murk somebody. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, that's just one going on. But okay, this guy's brought back to life. Um, when he's brought back to life, he's unaware of what's going on. He doesn't know what timeline he in because he don't. He's been dead for centuries. He doesn't know uh what what time it is, what year it is, none of that. He just gets up and completely he just lost. But I forget. I don't know if the guy named Tokugawa or the guy who lead everybody to the tournament on to fight each other. But he takes responsibility for him. He shows him around. He kind of mentors him a little bit. But Musashi is still walking around. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much doing whatever he want to do. But Baki, his first encounter with Baki, because Baki is pretty much the strongest guy besides Yujiro right now, his father. So Baki is he pretty much tries to take him on. You know, Baki started feeling himself a little bit for after because he ended up like beating his dad in like a one-on-one fight, but I don't think it was like the final battle or the most serious battle they could have had. But it was definitely brutal if you've been keeping up with the series or whatever. So he Baki threw a he do a little jab at him like a little you know what I'm saying, a swing. So Musashi was kind of looking at him like damn, bro, that's all you get. Like if Baki, now don't get me wrong, Baki's strong. Now if Baki would have landed this hit, he definitely would have killed him. Cause that's how strong Baki is. But this guy is so well versed and so versatile and well seasoned. Like this guy's a real warrior. You know what I'm saying? So when Baki swung at him, he you know what I'm saying, he kind of moved. Like you couldn't see him move, but he kind of moved and flipped Baki like in the air, like, and he told Baki like, I was just playing with you, but I could have actually killed you. But if that blow that you like, if that blow you through would have landed, it would have killed me. So it really could have went, either way with both guys. So after that, this guy pretty much just walks around. People start hearing about him, like all the fighters get to hearing about him. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy, like he actually killed one of the guys. I'm not too sure. I I'm really it's like I'm really based on, like, I know like the most important characters' names, but a lot of character names I forget because the names are so, what I'm saying, Japanese, whatever. But this one guy that I know y'all get to know, the guy I'm talking about, the guy with the wooden leg that Pickle bit off that faced him. He faced off against this guy. He ended up killing him. And this guy wanted to kind of one of the top dogs for a minute. He was pretty good, like in the kung fu style or martial arts or whatever. And he kills him. Uh, and he ends up, just pretty much doing whatever he want to do. Like he just goes down the line, just murking people. Like this nigga is crazy, but it's just his mental mind state though. You feel me? Like he's not thinking like it's consequences behind going to jail. He ain't thinking about none of this shit right there. He just thinking about, hey man, I'm the strongest samurai walking around, pretty much the strongest dude, on the earth. So it's like nobody can stop me from doing whatever it is I want to do. Like if you get down, you know what I'm saying, watch the whole thing. This guy was killing police officers, like running through, like it was like a battlefield to him. Like it was, what I'm saying, them guns and none of this shit wasn't working because how quick he could move. And like when he even eventually ran to Yujiro, like Yujiro was like, I never seen nobody like this guy. Like it's like he can look at you and see, like like when he looked at Yujiro, I think he saw like a bunch of gold or something like that. He was like, I see as a gold background to this guy. And when he did his visible slash, he was like Yujiro wasn't really phased, but I kind of don't like the way they did the fight because it didn't really get nowhere. You feel what I'm saying? So both of these guys had major respect for each other. They had a few coffee, no, not coffee, tea together, and shared a little meal. And he was pretty much like, okay, we pretty much even. Like I'm gonna leave you alone, and you gonna leave me alone on some type shit like that, pretty much. So it was pretty much like it was like a stalemate kind of. So this rampage was just going on. It's actually another guy who actually defeated him. It was two people who defeated him. It was Baki, and it was this other guy who good with the gadgets or whatever. He actually beat him. Like he used his gadgets in the tournament stage to the point where Musashi couldn't even move. Like he won by decision, kind of like if you was a boxer and you landed the most hits, you will win by decision. You know what I'm saying? He really just didn't beat him to the point where he killed him, but he knocked him down to the point where he was like counted out, kind of like unconscious, like he choked him out. You know what I'm saying? If you can say that. So there's that happened, and let me see. I'm trying to break it to y'all down in the simplest terms of what happened. I don't want to make it too long because you've seen the series. You can see that it was an interesting. He's an interesting character. Like he even ran into the ancient warrior Pickle. Like, and Pickle was actually trying to bite him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like a ancient being, like from the dinosaur age. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's like when he fought Pickle like sensed fear, like he couldn't even beat this dude. Like he knew he couldn't beat him. And he pretty much just like he just called it off. He was just like, man, I'm gonna just go back to my sewer, go back to eat my alligators. Cause Pickle is like a Neanderthal, kind of like he just weird. Like you know what I'm saying? He eat on alligators. He go in the sewer. He live in the sewer. You know what I'm saying? It's dirty down there, filthy down there. Like, but that's just his adaptation. That's what he used to. He used to wild beasts and wild animals. He used to taking that type of stuff on. So that was that. And Musashi actually, towards the end of the show, he came back down there. You know what I'm saying, to talk to Pickle, and Pickle couldn't really like understand. He don't understand like language because he was never a talker. Like he never understood the English language. Like it was never taught to him. So it was more like Musashi understood him. Like they had to use expressions and gestures to understand each other. Like to understand Pickle, you had to use gestures and body language, kind of, because he don't understand like words that's coming at your mouth, because he's from a different time, so he's not from a time where it's talking. It's more like it's survival of the fittest. Like whatever I see and I'm hungry, I'm going for it. That's the type of person being Pickle is, like ancient. Got froze during ice age times, shit like that. But after that, he greeted. You know what I'm saying? He said his final farewells to Pickle, and he left. You know what I'm saying? Then he ended up fighting the bodyguard for Baki. Like I ain't gonna say bodyguard. I'm gonna say Baki got a lot of he looked out for Baki when Baki was a kid. Kind of like, I keep forgetting the guy's name, but the ancient guy with all the tattoos and shit on his back. You know what I'm saying? That got his face split one time in a battle. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But him, he fought that guy, and that fight led to the last fight with Baki. But this guy right here, kind of like, he gave him like his best. Like he hit him so hard, like he knocked his Musashi face in. But it's like it still wasn't enough to beat him. You feel me? So kind of. It was a good fight, but he didn't last long. You feel what I'm saying? Like once Musashi cut him down, hit his ankles, his waist, his shoulders. It wasn't strong enough for him to like cut, his neck off. But once he downed him, he got the guy where he wanted to. He was pretty much like, okay, one decisive cut, like to cut your head off, that'll end the battle. And Baki had to step in, and he was like, hey, this nigga Baki, man, the aura farm in this dude got is crazy. Like, I love his voice actor, whoever play him. Like, I fuck with Baki. Well, like he literally stepped in and gave him that look, like he was like, if you draw and you swing again, I'll beat you to death. Like he had that look like in his eye, like his dad had when he gets serious. But mm, it was so epic, man. So anybody who watching this, comment down below, man, and tell me what y'all thought about that moment, cause this shit was like, it was an epic. It was epic for Baki stepping up like that. Cause Baki ain't that old, you know what I'm saying? Baki's still like kind of like a teenager going against these old ass dudes, and you know what I'm saying, all this shit. So when he stepped in and told him that Musashi was still finna keep going. And Baki was like, hey, maybe they did that back in your time, but in this time we got respect. You know what I'm saying? Once a warrior is down, the match is over with. Like, counsel it, that's it, it's over. You feel me? So he eventually stopped and went back. Baki saved his bodyguard, his mentor, whatever the guy is, to him. He saved him and told him, and the guy told him, I appreciate you for, you know what I'm saying, looking out for me, stepping in. So the final battle ended up happening, right? And and I know I'm probably missing some real important details, y'all, but I'm kind of new to the series or whatnot. But it's epic. I fuck with it, so I'm definitely gonna have some more videos where I'm talking about what's going on. But anyway, um, so Baki go train, and he was pretty much ready for Musashi. So when they fought in the arena, I kind of thought Baki was gonna lose because how the way the match was going, like none he was doing was working for him, and like he was hitting them and making little decisive blows, but Musashi could, it's pretty much he could see through everything Baki was doing. But Baki's main objective was to get him back to where he came from. Like Baki wasn't really trying to kill him, he was trying to like pretty much, hey, you don't belong here, go back to your time. So the lady, he ended up doing this move across the arena, so they fighting back and forth. Cause you know when you watch Baki, it's kind of a fast paced fight. Like it'll go like when you watching this show, you gotta like really look and focus and pay attention to what's going on. Cause if you look off, you will miss something for sure. But definitely when he made the he had Baki had already had a plan. So basically, when he was training. And he was like, the only way I can probably beat this dude is to just get him back to where he came from. So he brought the same lady there to the tournament, like, and they pretty much like once he knocked Musashi unconscious with some kick that he did, the woman like kissed him again through the mouth, like her freak ass, and kissed the dude. You know what I'm saying? Took his soul back out of his body, and like you can see all this saliva coming out her mouth and all this shit. I'm like, these people freak as hell for this shit, but. You can tell she enjoyed this shit a little bit too, but too much for my taste. Old ass woman kissing on me like, and that shit was like tongue action, whole mouth open. I'm like, hell nah. But yeah. Well, when that happened, they put him in cryo. I think they froze the rest of his body. And from he's like everybody from Baki they built like they got good frame structure, bone structure, all that shit. But this nigga was actually ugly. Musashi he was cockeyed, you know what I'm saying? Um, Nose big, out of he had a frame on him, but it's like when you look at him from his pictures, like back when he was actually living, like he looked completely different from how he looked in modern time. So they pretty much put him in cryo. And it's actually two parts to this show. Like, it's when the first part is when he first emerged, and the second part is like when they actually beat him and they showed everything he was doing. You know what I'm saying, through the city or whatever. Cause the guy, like when he looks at you, is like he could already tell if he can beat you, like just from looking at your background. Like when he looks at you, like I think when he looked at Baki, he seen a feast. Well, it might have been Yujiro. Somebody he seen gold, and somebody else he seen a feast. So that's how he viewed the world or whatever. Like this nigga wasn't even comfortable riding in a damn car. He was like, I'd rather walk. Like technology is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Technology got crazy now, but anyway, y'all. Towards the end, that was pretty much it. I enjoyed the show. I liked the show. Um, I'm a big anime fan. I'm getting into it. I'm definitely gonna be doing some more videos on these other animes I'm watching. You might see me do one on Devil May Cry, 'cause that's the hottest shit out right now. Demon Slayer, Black Clover, Naruto, DBZ. This shit I already looked at though. But what else we got out there? Jujutsu Kaisen. It's a lot of different shit that I want to touch on. It's a lot of animes. Y'all know there's plenty of animes out there. But like I said, man, it's your boy. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel. Give me a like, you know what I'm saying? Hit the comments, join my community. You know what I'm saying? All my information in my bio, you know what I'm saying, on my background pic, all that. You need information, just get at me. But this your boy, Memphis Game 901. I'm out.
Yeah. I come with the sauce, I drip on the beach. I've been money flipping, still equipped with the racks. You came for the city, I came for the map. This is world domination, well I get the bag. Bitch, I'm the general, finish the cap. Y'all nigga cap, you can't even rap. I pop on the beat, so she popping the X. Now she with it, stripping like I'm dropping.